Clutch Trucker film before a live and fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, here it is, Sunday, the 4th of July. July 4th. Happy fireworks, smiling presents, and all that stuff. Yay, 4th of July, hey. On my way here, I'm in Amarillo now. Just before Amarillo, there was a guy parked on the bridge with some American flags up on his vehicle and up there waving at everybody, so I caught him on video here. And now the ever-famous zoom and slow-mo. That guy obviously just getting into the spirit of the 4th of July. I thought that was kind of cool. And a little ways before that, I can't remember if it was still in Oklahoma or if it was Texas, got a reefer trailer burning. And the whole back half of it gone. Smoke everywhere on the eastbound side. They were throwing everybody off. Oh, on the 14th, so that was Oklahoma, to get around it. And so I caught that on the video. Got something on fire over here. It's like a truck fire. I wondered why I was seeing cars come down the frontage road the other way. Cars and trucks. It looks like a trailer's on fire. Pretty nasty too. It looks like it's halfway burned up. That was crazy. And now the ever-famous zoom and slow-mo. Following along, yeah, tires, you're always doing tires, it seems. I haven't done trailer tires in a while. Back in January, I got all new drive tires, and so I moved my old drive tires, which were Bridgestones. They were, you know, the top tier tire, pretty expensive, and they lasted really well, though. I got over 200,000 miles out of them as drives, and then I threw them back on the trailer, and they've been on there since first week in January. And here we are, of course, the first week in July. So January, February, March, April, May, June, 6 months. I got an extra 6 months without having to buy a set of trailer tires, which was my whole point. I was trying to kind of postpone that so I could separate the giant expenses. I had a whole bunch of other repairs earlier this year, so I'm going to have plenty for the old accountant for next year's taxes to offset what money I made. And as I've talked about in other videos, like when I had to buy those Iron Man steers a few months back, which I really didn't want to get, but you know, I prefer not to do a Chinese tire or you know, something like that for the steers. I'll pay more for the steer tires. Only got 40,000 miles out of that. Had it just recently, just a couple of videos ago, you saw where I talked about I got new Toyo tires from the Sapp Brothers in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, for my steers. Like I say, I've been kind of knowing I've had to been thinking about a set of trailer tires for a while, and so yeah, I've been kind of checking on prices. And the problem is, you know, the pandemic has slowed everything down, and it's slowed down tire distribution. A lot of places just don't have many tires, and so I have to keep calling them up since I'm going to do all 8 at once and saying, okay, what do you got? And that's what it's come down to, and I haven't found any good prices so far. Well, here's an example. Got a couple examples to show you. This is one example right here I got from the Petro today of Firestone trailer tires. They wanted, what, $3,700. I don't know if you can see that. You know, and look at this one right here. I got this from the TA and oh, where was that? Oh, in Mount Vernon, where I was. Can you see that price right there? $3,800 they wanted plus for trailer tires. I only paid just over $3 grand for the drive tires in January. Sorry, I'm not paying more for freaking trailer tires. I'm sorry, not gonna happen. So Mr. Loves Tech here gave me a quote for $31.43.84, if you can see that, for some double coins. Now, double coins is a Chinese tire. I know I don't like the Ironmans, but I've actually bought double coins before. Before I bought this trailer that I own now, that I'm pulling, I was leasing a trailer, or renting it, through Turquoise, from Stoughton, or Stoughton as they call it, and it needed new tires, and so I had to buy a new set of tires for that trailer, and I wasn't willing to spend a lot of money on them, and so I bought the double coins, and I had them on there, somewhere between 7 and 9 months at least before I had to turn that trailer in, and they were actually wearing pretty well. So I have experience with the double coin trailer tires. And I said, look, that's okay, but I'd kind of like to get a little bit lower. And I said, well, first of all, do you have at least 8 of those? And he said, yeah. He brought me back and showed me the tires, which is always kind of silly because all I can say is, yep, that's a trailer tire. I don't have like X-ray vision and can go, oh, this one's better than that one. All I can do is say, yeah, it looks like a trailer tire. But like I say, I've had experience with the double coin trailer tires before, so I know they're okay. So I said, well, come out and look at my Bridgestone, which were drives now on the trailer. They were virgin Bridgestone drives when I bought them, and I moved them straight to the trailer, and they've been on the trailer now for 6 months. Because I was trying to postpone when I had to buy trailer tires. And he said, okay, well, I can give you full credit for each one of those, so that's going to help. And he said I can play around with the price a little bit with the valve stems and stuff. I can get you done for under $2,500. I'm like, okay, let's do it. How soon can you get me done? He's like, well, I got to do this guy first. He's got like this video I want to show you of this guy over here, this Bulldog trucking, whose tire is completely shredded on his trailer. Let me show you that. All right, I'm in line to get my trailer tires all swapped out. I got a good deal on them here at Love's. But look at this guy. He's got to get a new trailer tire because he's gotta. It's just shredded apart. He's just got a couple of sidewalls hanging on there. Luckily, he went in and checked in after me, so hopefully I'll get my tires done first. Gotta love it. There was another guy in line in front of me, and he had the exact same situation. His left rear outside trailer tire completely shredded. So he said, well, let me do this one first because it's just one tire, and then I'll get you in, and I can get all 8 of them done for you. It'll probably take me, he said, oh, it's going to take a little while. I'm like, well, I understand. He said, oh, probably an hour and a half. I'm like, beautiful. If you can do it in an hour and a half, great. So, like I say, I was really trying to get closer to that $2,500 mark. I was figuring I was probably going to have to suck it up and pay closer to $3,000 because the tire prices have all gone up, and because of the pandemic, there's just not a lot of them available. So it comes down to what do they have, and I've been checking for a little while now, and since I have extra time to play with this weekend, and they made me a good deal, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I've had the double coin before. I know what kind of to expect out of them, so I just know I did not want to do those Ironmans after having such a bad experience with those steers. So yeah, they got a decent price for me, what I was willing to pay. So now we're just waiting out here and for them to call me and tell me to wheel it on in, and we're getting 8 new trailer tires put on. So I thought, well, we could do some video all about this. And I want to back up real quick again. I started to touch on it and then I didn't complete my thought, which is I'm willing to spend the most on steer tires, the second on drives, and the least amount I want to spend on the trailer tires. And the reason being behind that is because you replace trailer tires the most, because they have about the least amount of tread on them in the first place, so they're not going to last as long. Like drive tires have really thick treads. You don't want too thick a tread on a trailer tire because then they're more apt to wear unevenly. Trailer tires are just more apt to wear unevenly anyway. Secondarily, you curb them a lot, and sometimes you can't avoid it. You can be the best driver in the world, and the curbs are set up too tight on a lot of these on and off ramps and entrances and exits to warehouses and places, and you're going to catch your tires on the curb. There's just nothing you can do about it. So they're going to catch on there, they're going to hit the sidewall a little bit, they're going to bounce over the curb. Not to mention, so many places make you slide your tandems all the way back when you back into a dock, which I hate, because a lot of times at these warehouses, they just push all the crap that comes out on their dock plate down, and it lands right there in front of the dock. Well, now you've backed up onto pieces of wood and nails and screws that get into your trailer tires a lot, and so you end up having to replace them or get them repaired a lot. So that's why I don't want to spend as much on the trailer tires as I do the drives or the steers. Oh, and one other thing I got to mention is because they always have to add the disposal fee because they're assuming they have to dispose of all the tires. Well, for 8 of them, that's $100. But if they can give me credit for my tires I have on there now, it's so weird because you go from having to pay them to them giving you money back. If I get credit for all my tires and they don't have to charge me any disposal fees, then that really helps out. That's why you want to swap them out before they're so torn up that it's not going to do anybody any good. You want to swap them out right at the point where they can still then use them as recaps or recap those tires and sell them that way. Then we get credit and I don't have to pay the damn disposal fee, which is so silly. I got to pay them to throw away my tires. But anyway, this way I avoid that and I get money back to offset the cost of the new set of 8 tires. Okay, here's my old trailer tires, which actually were my old drive tires. Then in January, like I say, I moved to the trailer and they've been on there for 6 months and they've been wearing real evenly and nicely. Old drive tires make good trailer tires. So there you go. So they're going to give me credit on all these. So we will have brand new trailer tires when we leave this Love's here today. I haven't shown this in a while in a video, but this is a tire rack my wife got me for Christmas a few years ago. Well, I got it, she paid for it. But I keep a fully inflated on a wheel spare tire for a trailer right there mounted, ready to go. So if I have to do a road call, all they got to do is spin the old one off, spin the new one on, and then I can buy my tire at my discretion. This is what happens when you don't catch a tire that has failed in time. Look at this thing. That was one tire at one point. All shredded up, tore apart. Alright, Tyler's rolling out the new double coins we're throwing on there. Double coin, 295/75 R22.5s, which is a pretty standard tire. There's what they look like brand new. These are virgin tires. They're just unfortunately Chinese, but I've had double coins before and I had pretty good luck with them, so I'm willing to gamble on them again. For comparison, this is a virgin tire, and look at the sidewall here. See, that's all, you can tell one thing. Here's a recap, and you can see right here, this is where the tread is basically glued onto the old casing. So if you ever wondered what $2,500 worth of tires looks like, that's it right there. There's Kyler pulling the tires off of the axle there. He'd already pulled off the front ones, or the outside ones. That's the inside one. Trying to pry it off the axle there. And he's pulling them off. And if you ever wondered what it looks like without tires on one side of the trailer, there you go. Now, as I showed when I got my drive tires back in January, this is not a job for us older guys. This is a job for the young, strong guys, because it just takes brute strength, a lot of balancing and prying to get these damn things off of the wheels, and then to get them mounted back on the wheels. I mean, look at this. He's having to pry and stand in there and pull the bar back just to try to get the tire up over the wheel, get the bead up over the wheel. It's not an easy thing. He almost lost his balance there. This is, like I say, a job for the younger guys. Us older guys, yeah, we're not willing to do this. We'll pay the younger guys to do it. Got to pull out a second pry bar to try to pry it off of the wheel. Like I say, not an easy job. You'd think maybe there'd be an easier way to do this with all our technology, but nope, there's not. This is it. You got to pry, you got to pull, you got to stand on them, you got to balance on them, and try to knock the bead off and get them off of that wheel. It's not an easy job at all. That one finally popped all the way off. Now here he is putting a new tire onto the wheel, jumping on it, bouncing on it, getting his knees down in there, standing on it, prying on it. Like I say, not an easy job. These guys who change out your tires, they earn their money. And yeah, I gave the guy 20 bucks in a tip afterwards and said, go have a couple of beers tonight on me, bud. You deserve it doing this job, because I wouldn't do it. That's a nasty, nasty job. Gotta love it. Alright, there he is putting the new tires and wheels back onto the trailer with the air gun. And that gets him nice and tight and all that. He's going to retorque it later on, though, just to be double sure. Okay, so there they are, new trailer tires. Aren't they pretty? I think it's funny how they always leave the stickers on. They just let them wear off going down the road. So there you go. 8 trailer tires in and out in just under 2 hours. Alright, so we got the new trailer tires on, all is well, and we're leaving, heading back west on I-40. I was originally going to try to make Santa Rosa. I figured, well, if I can at least make Tucumcari to the next Loves, where they got a retorque. Anyway, I'll try to make it there. Just as I'm leaving Amarillo, look what else I see. I tell you, they never cease to amaze me. Look at this. It's like a whole bunch of corn in a reefer trailer that it looks like it had flipped and they got it back up right. Yeah, it looks like that trailer had been on the side and they had to pick it up. And that's when the walls and everything fell apart with all that corn in there. Let's take a look at the clutch trucker zoom in slow-mo. And then, as I'm driving, once I'm into Texas on I-40 going westbound, this ass clown, well, there was this car that was trying to pass me, got in front of me, of course, then goes to the right lane and slows down, which just annoys the crap out of me, so I moved to the left lane. They're still kind of going slow. A white minivan comes shooting up on the right lane and whips right in between me and the car. Not barely enough room. Not safe. Let's look at the Ass-Wagon. And again, the clutch trucker famous zoom and slow-mo. Alright, look on the right. Here he comes. White minivan. Yep. There's literally one car length between me and that car in front of me. Van slips on over, barely makes it. That, my friends, is an asshole. Well, thanks for tuning into that. Yeah, all about getting some new trailer tires on. I hope I explained everything pretty well. And a couple of... I can't seem to go a day without catching some Ass-Wagons out here doing stupid crap. So had some of that to show you. Gotta love it. It's hot out here. We're parked in Tucumcari, New Mexico at the Loves. See, he's kind of panting still. After I finally got parked, got the trailer tires retorqued, I spent like the next 40 minutes chasing down all the flies in here and whacking them with a magazine. And of course, then that scares Rusty, and he has to go hide. He finally came back out, finished his dinner, and all is well now, right, Rusty? You're getting bacon strips now because you helped out. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment if you would like to. Only if you'd like to. I get to your comments. Sometimes takes a day or two because I'm a working truck driver. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty out. Oh, Lone Star. Oh, Princess Vespa. Knock next time when you come in. Knock. Did you see anything? No, sir. I did not see you playing with your dolls again. Ready for the bacon strip? Oh, there's leap one. All right, get yourself readjusted. Come on, come on. There you go. He's got his bounty, his reward for helping introduce and do the close on the Clutch Trucker video. Happy dog, right, Rusty? Give us a smile. You got your bacon strip. Ah, yes.